World Tournament. So it's good to see some of that come back. The question is for me, how do DWG Gaming want to respond to this curveball? And they do grab themselves a Leona.
Yeah, so they have a very powerful 2v2 in the Leona, which is a direct counter pick.
Jankos can try to take it away, but he does not have a mid laner on the map right now, so it's a bit risky to go for it. TP will be used in the mid lane. Showmaker now backing off. One quick gold card, but there's the setup CC, there's the follow-up, the flash away from Showmaker, the watch out. EP tries to dance on it, but it's not enough. First blood. So much access here in this lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Mickey feeling pretty confident, but honestly, fantastic use of the Zenith Blade. Mickey getting caught out, getting cut down, the Ignite ticking. Barrel finds it.
Dom1 are pushing down here and securing vision as well as Crab. As Caps is just sprinting at them.
Caps is running in, but he does miss the stun, and that's pretty big because Jankos is quite squishy and Barrel is on the backside. They need to kill Showmaker and they need to make it out. That's going to be one kill, and they're now trying to make it to safety. Jankos already gone down. Caps needs to retreat. Perks and Mickey on the way in, but Ghost is here. One shot, two. Still two left in the chamber, and he's hunting for a bit more blood. Barrel on the way in. Zenith Blade. How long on the cooldown? Heal to run forward. That's going to be a Shield of Daybreak. Bit of a miss, but Mickey going to whiff as well. Holding that one out. A little bit sloppy so far mechanically, but it looks like Mickey should be able to pull back to safety, waiting on that battle day. It's holding onto it for now. Doesn't look like he has the cooldown and will get dropped in the end. DWG Gaming getting the better. But they will kick it off.
And that's again because there is nothing up and available for Canyon to farm here as Barrel finds Mickey again, but just some light trading back and forth. I say light.
Light, but Barrel's now going to be in trouble here.
Control over the Herald as now you can see Jin's also walking towards the mid lane.
Twisted Fate can come up as well. This is going to be a big deal. Wonder trying to flash out stage, but the ult's still coming in. Showmaker's going to get there, but he's not even needed. Clean kill pickup for NGЯY and Canyon.
And it's just too easy there. Very well executed. It's now another catch.
Cap's going to be in trouble here, but he's trying to turn it back. Can walk away. Obviously, the healing on Caps' W is quite strong, but they're going to burn a lot of ultimates just to completely zone G2 away from this Herald. Make sure that they can take it down uncontested on the side of Taking a global away of his own. He's going to dash forward. He's fishing for Ghost and Barrel, but he has to be careful. Team now trying to back up, but that's Mickey looking for the engage. Backing off, though. Barrel is now going to retreat to safety. He's going to be one sleepy Leona, but here comes Showmaker, and Caps has been caught out. DWG Gaming punishing G2, punishing Caps for these over-aggressive plays, and Showmaker will grab another one. Feels like everyone but Showmaker being freed up to come mid to back Showmaker up, and now that Showmaker is feeling good, that he's feeling confident, him going everywhere on the map to make these big plays. So
they are exceptionally powerful right now, and they're going to start muscling into space and just taking whatever they can.
They're getting close to some of these second item completions for perks on the bottom side of the map. On the top side, you've got the Blade of the Rune King completed for Wonder. Why it took G2 so long to adapt to this meta. That said, not a bad performance from Jankos by any means, but G2 getting over aggressive and getting so consistently punished has now put them in. The avenue of attack
that G2 had was to somehow pressure him and denying so much of their time. So,
well, that thought is we have an engage coming in on the bottom side of the map. Jankos has been locked up. He's going to try to run for the hills. There are going to be two sleepy members there, but still the flash forward Shield of Daybreak right before the shield completes. Ghost going to walk in, 1-2 shots. Ghost now
for G2. The TP comes in from Caps and Wonder. They're looking for a deep flank, but Dom1 have all of the item breakpoints, and they found Caps.
They bet it all. Caps now backing away. Wonder using the ult defensively just to dissuade any kind of engage. G2, we're going to have to start this dragon to force the fight while the ult is up.
Dom1 just need to be patient. Again, look at the mid lane. Look at how much damage that tower has taken.
Mickey fishing for the engagement. Showmaker flashes out to safety. Barrel has locked him up. Mickey now running, but that's the Hecarim ult right back in. Caps is taking the Hecarim ult away, but they've locked him down. They've knocked him out, and here comes the curtain call. G2 going to run away. Angle not quite right on that one, but they're going to grab the dragon, and Canyon still dashing in. He wants a little bit more. Going in on the perks. Look at that damage. Canyon taking names left and right. DWG Gaming sweeping G2 off the map. G2 bet it all on that play, and it immediately turns against them. Yanko's going to get a cheeky shutdown back, but NGЯY there with the blade and the pistol just to get the double.
Curtain call is a very apt description for what just happened to G2. Even if this game continues for another 10 minutes, it would take a miracle for G2 to flip this one back to them. The items are not into their favor. The team fights are not into their favor. They just got obliterated, and game one is just been ripped away from them.
And one of my questions coming into this series was, how good are Dom1 really? They look so good, but they haven't faced up to a lot of these.
It opens up with a nice reactive flash from Showmaker, and then I just really want to talk about the damage that NGЯY is putting out with these barrels, as well as the Gangplank ultimate, and then the follow-up from Canyon. He goes in with the Hecarim ultimate, he gets a nice fear, good damage, and then immediately turns back onto the Infernal, secures that for his team. Showmaker then uses the Destiny to get back into the fight.
Hold that thought. Caps is dead again.
We come back in as Caps is dead again. And
also, Barrel died in the picture, so the fight's continuing to happen. G2 not done. They say we didn't bet it all. That wasn't the all-in. This is the all-in, and Wonder gonna get knocked down. Snare gonna connect as well. Watch out, Eep will work. That's the fear coming in. Yanko's running for his life. Mickey gonna hit the blast cone for him, but still not enough. Canyon again on a tear. 4-1-7. This pony is rampaging across the rift.
Listen, Drake, it's not looking great for G2 for game one. just a matter of steps to take, but G2, they keep throwing their body at it. Have some of the tape at the World Championship of Dom1 dropping a game. It was from JDG, who did skirmish them, but you know...
Oh my, Showmaker!
Salt the wound!
Oh no, that is BM. And let me remind you folks, for Showmaker, folks.
When you sacrifice your LCK brothers for your own revenge and highlight reel.
That's a great story. Tale as old as time, really. Perks, though, getting a little bit aggressive on the Canyon. Shutdown would be big there, but again, this does feel like the end for G2. There are not a lot of hope otherwise. As we can see here, Nagari gonna run for it with the barrel. Dude, casual 700 damage.
1 in 6 right now. It was constantly this Leona getting unlocked from the lane. We talked about the forward percentage that Ghost and Barrel have over the map. He's now sitting 0-4 on the Recon, and Barrel for me has been kind of the big difference maker in tandem with Showmaker of why Dom1 have gotten so far ahead.
Yeah, and that's the investment of their final pick, of being able to counter the Recon in draft, of saving that last pick for Barrel, even through the flex pick that Perks brought to the table. M1 Gaming coming out on top, and you always want to draw attention to one member, but the beauty of this series is that anyone can show up, anyone can change the narrative at a moment's notice, and woo, in that case, just a quick pick a card, just a quick curtain call. M1 Gaming just going to escort this minion wave in and break the tower. All that ult there is doing is saying, back up, this belongs to us, respect it. And G2 are going to respect it.
It's a giant fan of, you cannot stand here. Please, sir, I'm going to have to ask you.
Please do not put your feet on the grass, G2. This is our territory, back up.
Okay, but you can see that Dom1's composition is still running into some issues with sieging because it is a Twisted Fate and Jhin comp, and they're not using the TF to push side lanes. So as they are all grouped up, it is taking some time, and they're using their ultimates to dissuade G2 from towers.
Yeah, Caps, though, still fishing for an angle here, has stolen the Hecarim ult away. Will be very vulnerable if he goes in. It's very important that he is not CC'd so that he can activate the W so that he can get that healing back. But if he just gets chain CC'd, if he gets chain locked down here, he will not have really any tankiness to his name.
G2 know that they have a single fight left in this game, and they'd have to, like you said, win fight after fight. But Dom1, strike first.
Boom! Big pick coming in. Cap's now going to be locked up as well. Showmaker ult now coming in. Cap's going to ult out to safety. Canyon going a little bit too far. Wonder going to lock him up and take him down. G2 holding on for now. Not going to go quietly, but they will still get knocked down. Big, big damage coming in for the side of Dom1 Gaming. 28 minutes in. 6 kills to 20. 45.8 to 57.9. Ghost going for some style points. The flash in, fourth shot. Cap's going to do what he can, but he's going golden, and he's still going to be going down. Nagari going to make it out with his life, and it's all too easy. DWG Gaming resetting some expectations, reminding G2 that not all LCK teams are created equal. DWG Gaming going to strike first blood in this series.
And not just a victory even to that, but there we go. This is what I want to see. A very hard farming, hard pushing duelist in Fiora.
Caps is respawning, and he's going to be right there in time to grab his second mark of the game before 5 minutes. That said, Perks now has to run for his life to flash forward. Oh, he's getting run down. Ghost waiting on the volley. Instead going to turn for Mickey, trying to save Barrel's life. Does not want to trade it back. Perks going in though. Has the heal. Ghost going to go for 1. Ghost now going to fish for 2. Leona strong, but is she strong enough? Fighting in the creep wave as well. Hits the Zenith Blade just barely. That's the stun. That's the cleanse. And oh, doesn't it feel good to be an 80 carry in 2020? Bye-bye, Ghosts.
Oh. And so far we've seen the handshake over Leona's, as it's not Barrel this time around. It is Mickey setting up for a gank on Nagari here. He goes in.
Go forward. Where's the riposte going to go?
No flash.
Waiting on the hard CC. That's going to be the Hextech ultimatum. Very well timed. He's going to get the lock of Nagari trying to go for the outplay, but there's just too many resources spent top lane clean from G2 Esports.
Yeah, no flash from Dom1 are now walking in, so Caps, you can see, is catching the mid wave. It does mean that the Dragon is still relatively low health, so Dom1 being behind the play if they wanted to contest it, but it's not crucial. Dominance from Ghost and Barrel, sees an opportunity to set up a potential gank bot side and then also shove down the first tower. Now Caps is racing bot side here with Jankos, but you can see the danger pings come on. Dom1 knows what's up, and they do have TP about to come up on Nagari as well as on Showmaker.
I can't believe that they didn't get that tower. That's a big deal. That's a lot of gold. That is actually the amount that you would need to even the score out. Now Jankos moving to the mid lane. Gold card ticked over. The heal to run forward, trying to lock it in, but Showmaker giving it the respect it deserves, backing away. Meanwhile, on top side, Wonder struggling a little bit in this individual 1v1. Tiamat means that Nagari can keep the pressure up, but it does not mean that he can generate a man advantage here. Barrel ults coming out everywhere. We're taking our eyes on all sides of the map, but now stolen Kindred ult coming in. Showmaker trying to buy as much time as he possibly can. Trying to get one more mark for Yanko. Showmaker just barely making it out. In the meantime, Nagari is going to go down. Wonder with just a slip.
This is a much better look if you're a G2 fan, as Mickey now on the offensive.
Ulti. Zenith Blade for the follow-up. They want to find this kill as quickly as they can. Good smoke screen, though. Going to buy some time for Canyon. Barrel going to try to body block the face breaker back, but now Barrel's in the midst of everybody. It's going to be more than healthy enough to walk away from this one, but now Nagari's on the way in. Oh,
Shout out to Mickey right there to set that up. Beautifully done. Obviously, it's pretty common setup, but the long-range Leona ultimate, because it has the longest range of any of your abilities, then into the Zenith Blade. You chain Zenith Blade immediately into the Daybreak from the Q, and you basically keep someone locked there for 20 years.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the top side, Wonder's got to be careful here. Not sure what the cooldown is on the hookshot wall dive. Can make it out to safety, trying to sidestep there. We'll get one, but the Facebreaker comes back. Dodges that as well. Sadly, it's too little, too late. Standing gold left over for G2 to pick up if they can eventually break bot. As now Mickey gonna dash forward, gonna aim to go in on Ghost, but a clean sidestep to get things started. A stolen Leona ultimate to get kicked off again, and now Canyon's on the way in too. Mickey's going to be in trouble. Big haymaker, Kindred ult to buy a bit more space. Barrel stepping forward. What's he gonna go for? Big ult, big dunk back down, but they stun in midair. They deny the ult, and here comes Wonder. Here comes the potential clapback for G2, but Day1 Gaming staying strong as 3, trying to hold it forward. Quick dash out to deny the gold card from Canyon. The rest of G2 now pulling back.
Yeah, 4v5, because check out what's happening up the top lane. Nagari takes the entire top lane tower, and G2 have to go deep for this to make it count.
Here we go. Red card, though. Maybe not exactly what they wanted. This AoE slow, though, going to be big. Showmaker continuing to step forward. That's going to be the stun. That's going to be Showmaker going down, and a mark going over to Jankos.
Watch out for Nagari.
Oh, no.
He's on the flank. Herald trade, and ultimately G2 kind of got the better of DWG in the mid lane skirmish, but I actually think it's pretty negligible. It feels like a fist fight in the mid lane now as Mickey is really fishing, needs to be careful. Ghost has arrow.
Big arrow flashback. It's going to hit Perks instead. Definitely not the target that they wanted. Looking for the opportunity, but he's stunned as well. Now they're trying to lock up Barrel. Big haymaker to come out, and they take him down as well. Barrel a bit over aggressive.
Just slaps him right in the face.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why we just see TF so much, is the gold card is just such a strong ability. But hold that thought, because Jankos is going to be the one who's in trouble now. Forced to use the ultimate pretty early into this fight, but Canyon zoned away. Jankos does do a lot of damage here with the Storm Razor. Debating on his options there. Stolen ult coming out. Ooh, the shutdown as well. Hit him with the hose. Caps holding on in the circle, holding on as long as he can. Showmaker going in, though. Big heal, and that's going to be it. Mickey now caught in the midst of the entire team of DWG. 3 members strong here. Just looking to run this Leona down. Facebreaker won't connect, but Showmaker sure will. It's sole point, and that is something that they can fight for. That is something that they can play for that will force Nagari out of a side lane. So getting that Drake is crucial.
And this is kind of, like you're saying, the one silver lining that G2 still have is their clear win condition in this game. Is now Caps going topside, but here comes Showmaker.
TP respond. Ulti coming in, but they're just going to walk away. They don't have to play. Wonder going to try to shred this one down. Precision Protocol should make this pretty quick, but Caps showing that he's walking away means Nagari can walk right back into this lane.
Tower still hasn't fallen yet for DWG, but they're denying so much wave, and it should eventually fall. It's probably very low health as Nagari flashes.
Oh, the stolen ultimate coming in as well. Caps, though, back on the way in, wants to use it. Wonder now has to run for the hills, has to be careful. Nagari now stepping in. This Fiora is so incredibly strong. 2 items, dash through. No riposte available, and that means he's going to be in trouble. Shut down onto Nagari. Massive for G2. What can DWG?
Because he does have the QSS to deny or contest G2 on this wave. Now, DWG are trying.
Stolen Leona ultimate. Are they going to follow up with any more CC? Kind of just testing the waters, it looks like. Fishing for an opportunity, not wanting to overcommit here. And this is the stiff breeze you were talking about. 1 auto should kill the tower. Heck, minions might even do it. 1 more. Boom. There it goes.
But that tower doesn't necessarily really mean anything to G2 because, again, the thing is the tower is there because it helps you contest on mid priority, which gives you access into the river. But because of Perks' itemization and how slippery he is as an Ezreal, he can still do that relatively well. Unless he doesn't have something like Flash, then it gets a little bit more dangerous. And you can see Perks stepping super forward as here comes Caps.
Very aggressive. If they kill Canyon, this is pretty massive, but Ghost has been isolated off to the side. Caps does not have the sustained damage to take this fight, but the Flash taking him to safety. The team play there from G2 saves the day. The Hextech ultimatum stolen away. Caps now stepping forward. Showmaker going to be in trouble. Tries to go back in. Is untouchable for now, but the Hextech ultimatum not enough to save his life. As now Barrel has been caught out too. G2 on the chase, trying to keep Barrel out of this one. What are they actually going to get off the back of this, though? For now, it is just kills. Ulti in the mid lane.
Ghost is trying to eat the wave. Here comes Wonder.
Oh, Nagari locked up, taken down big for G2. This fight around the enemy blue button.
Ultimates multiple pieces of CC and snag DWG right in front of the Baron. This is a huge swing for them.
Wonder going to go forward, is going to get dunked right back down, but is pretty tanky at this stage of the game. Ghost going to try to finish the job, though, because this is massive. They've taken the Baron, they can turn right to Soul. This is everything for G2. The TP now coming in, but it might be too little too late. He can't cancel that one. Showmaker on the way in. He takes the Leona. There's a potential here for a massive turn, but it looks like it might not matter because the Zenith Blade connects. Caps is on the way in. He tries to get it. Showmaker trying to turn it right back around. That's the shutdown onto Caps, but it is enough. No, G2 stands strong. They take down Showmaker, and they set their eyes on the Infernal and Canyon. Dashes in, dashes out, gets down the control ward, but it's going to take a miracle steal and a flank from Nogary to turn this one back.
Here comes Nogary. Canyon does have flash as well as Smite available.
Infernal Soul will go down. Canyon has gone down. Nogary has to run for the hills. He has one riposte. It has to block everything from G2 if he wants to survive this one. Blast cones there. He should be able to make it out to safety. Hook shot, wall dive to take him out. Dash to the side. They're now chasing him down, but that's going to do it. That's going to be it. Perkz now dominating. Massive.
As a foregone conclusion, as game was for Dom1, as it is for Dom1 versus G2 in this matchup.
Absolutely still some room to outplay. They're not as catastrophically behind. Of course, it is about surviving this Baron. And the Red Bull Baron power play, a minute left, already 4,000 gold for G2. They didn't take a lot of towers earlier on in the game, but they can certainly take a lot of them now. That's going to be tier 2 in the bottom mid next to fall. Caps and Wonder press forward. Dom1 backing off, knowing that they just have to concede these objectives, that they can't afford to pick a fight around this.
Like you said, it's about surviving. 2 waves crashing for G2 in mid and bot. Nogary doesn't have TP, so he's actually just going to try to trade probably inhib for inhib. So Dom1 just actually want to try to see if G2 will go away after this one, which you do see the back coming in for Wonder. He does have TP, or if Mickey will turn and G2 will step.
Yeah, Perkz just going to shift back over the wall. Caps going forward with the gold card. Big damage onto Barrel. Get a lot of stats for free earlier on in the game, but that does get weaker as we go forward if he doesn't actually have any form of gold income.
I mean, forget Barrel right now. Did you see what that Ezreal ultimate just did to Canyon?
Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
It half-healthed him.
Perkz is a strong boy. Caps, though, is going to need a body block here. Showmaker trying to play around this one. Caps caught out 4 now, but who's caught who now? As the TPs are coming in, that's going to be the red card, just trying to slow any kind of advance here. The pullback, big from Barrel. Dunk back down, trying to make it out. That's a haymaker. It's a decent amount of damage, but it's not nearly enough. They're now getting collapsed on. Fiora still just farming in the top lane, and Perkz flashing forward, will not connect. Nice bit of emote usage there on the backside, but G2 take that fight, and it looks like they're going to take their second inhibitor.
Yeah, and there's no TP for Nogary, so what he did is he tried to burn Wonder down as much as he could, actually just standing on top of the Camille and slapping him while the teleport was coming through. But again, G2 pushing, have now 2 inhibs.
Do a lot of work here, but Nogary has to now run for the hills. They're just looking for a pick, and they could look to end it here as soon as they kill Nogary. That's exactly what they want, G2. Are you going to bet at all? Your damage is just strictly worse.
She is looking for the deep flank on Wonder here.
Big arrow. Oh, that was the biggest brain arrow we've seen all tournament. My God, Ghost shut down onto Wonder. And that, yeah.
Ooh, that blue trinket ward.
Gold card. Who's fake checking who, though? Oh, big Ezreal damage. Showmaker all alone means he takes the full brunt of that assault, and now they're trying for the follow-up. Yanko sleeping forward, and that's going to be it. Showmaker just in the midst of the meat grinder. G2 now pressing forward. Game 1 all about Dom1, all about early dominance. Here, G2 keep it scrappy, keep it fresh, turn it all around on a single play around the Baron buff, and now they are just walking their way into victory here as they tear down one to pieces.
Much better look from G2 this time around. Dom1 was still getting a couple of scrappy fights in there, but just not the same dominant performance that we saw from Nogary. 0-6-1. Obviously, that Fiora is probably not going to come out again, as we've got a series, Dracos.
We absolutely do. Gold card going into G2 looking to return with some BM of their own. They don't have any fancy emotes, but they are more than happy to go for a fancy tower dive. Land's respite will not give you a respite from the fountain laser. G2 going to close this one out with confidence. Game 1 was all about Dom1 gaming. Game 2, much more of a back and forth. But at the end of the day, G2 reigns supreme and tie it up 1-1.
Punished very well, brings a lot of superficial tankiness for herself with her wild growth, and then there is the Leona. So really strong, long range engage, and a lot to take its time. Krugs into topside crab. As here we go.
Coming out, Perkz gonna take a tower shot, reloading, finishes now. Getting some good damage back and forth. Yankos could get cheeky and go for a kind of play here. The flash over the wall. Is he going to go for the dash here on the Barrel, trying to finish one off? Barrel just sidestepping, though. The Wolf just barely ticking. First blood coming through. Mickey from downtown with the spear.
Very well done there from G2. Set up very nice. It was a slow push. They're now looking to repeat dive on Ghost.
Going to go in. Mickey can block a little bit of damage, but does he have the mana to actually block anything? Mickey is going to get traded back. Minion's going to finish the job. That's a double kill for the Ash. G2.
Lane to rotate over into an Ocean. Showmaker even moving on top to place down the control ward and dissuade Yankos from the blast cone. So even though Dom1 aren't able to you know, make good on their... So Caps wants to back right now, but he's being called by Yankos to help get his mark. But here comes Wonder, 3v2. There's no flash on Showmaker.
That's an electrocute Scion. What can Wonder get done? That's going to be a big knock-up. Decent amount of damage here, but they have to respect the Syndra ultimate now coming through. Wonder going to try to get into the backside, but Yankos already taken down. Wonder maybe hoping to get some value out of that pass. I bet that's the second. But obviously, it's going to make her that much more of a terror in these skirmishes. Mickey has been spotted out. Pretty much has to commit here, as he can just get run down if he doesn't go for it.
And wants to ult out.
but there's too much CC. They just have to stagger their CC and everything's fine. Flash over the wall. Mickey, he's going back over, and that just feels like too much for him. They're going to take him down. Kill's going to get donated to Ghost.
One was on Rift Herald, but they give the Mickey. He's now got the Rift Herald. Maybe they get something back here.
Hold that thought. Yanko's looking for the third stack of Mounting Dread. Mickey, no flash means he can't go over the wall. Is just going to have to back away from that one, but Showmaker already on the roam over.
Herald top.
Meanwhile, Wonder just going to one-shot the wave with the ulti. He can Herald top, but not super ideal sign, of course. If you don't have the hard CC to stop from wave clear. Hold that thought. Mickey getting absolutely blasted here in the exchange. This does not block all the damage. Kindred now coming in. Mickey's pretty much going to have to re-engage to save his teammates, and that's now Ghost on a rampage. He gets 2 kills for free on the bot lane. Further should probably be up to about 2K and a Drake by the time they use that Herald. Top lane not going too bad, but it's also not going too good.
Relatively soon, as the initial one's going to go down and pick up some plates there for Graves.
Mickey again caught out, though. Aegis Assault going to block a little bit of the damage here, but they are just going to take him out and take him down. Ghost now unstoppable. As held, he can pretty much go even in the lane. Sion kind of just walks up to the wave, ignores Lulu's cooldowns, Qs it, one-shots it, pushes it in, and walks away. So he has weathered the early game storm, and he is now in a position to be the tank that G2 need him to be. That said, Perkz is in trouble. Beryl is on the hunt. And you're keeping your eyes on that ultimate. He's got Flash, he's got Cleanse, but the base damage alone might be enough. The sidestep is clean, but instead they're going to turn for Mickey. And once again, Pantheon putting the meat grinder.
And it feels really nice right now. Ghost completed his Bork. As soon as this tower drops, they're going to be able to play Snap on mid-wave because he'll have CC from Syndra as well as that Ash Arrow. And that's when things can get wildly out of control for G2.
Here we go, big play in the mid lane. Mickey flashing forward, level 7-5 deaths. He's not concerned. He's still going to go for it. Caps leaping in. Jankos. He's just going to walk away, but Canyon now stepping forward. Mickey has no way to block any further damage, and he's going to trade his life for that one. Lamb's Respite thrown down and ignored. Jankos will retreat, but G2 do get 1 kill back.
Mickey's still trading his life, though.
And Caps doesn't get anything. He's still 0-0-0.
That one's going to feel bad. Okay, but here's the big thing. So G2 found a window where they knew that Beryl and Ghost were really going to push down bot lane to force the tower down.
Oh, that's big! Little Scion Speedway. And, right now, the Lulu, though, 2 items strong. Support items obviously very cheap, as Caps is going to get caught out here, is going to get locked down. Going to hit him with just about every piece of CC they have. They're waiting for him to get out of the Shroud. The exhaust coming in, but it might be too little too late. They're now backing off. Mid lane tower will go down. Showmaker on the hunt for another kill. Goes forward, does hit the stun. Push R. He can't get in range to do it. Oh, Showmaker has to be frustrated with that one. There's the Predator coming in from the Omni Stone. Wonder kind of trying to zone off. They know they can't afford to give this up. He's going in onto Ghost. This is massive. Caps moving through the entire team. Wonder now in the midst of everything, but G2 are backing off. Mickey's just so incredibly kishy. They do not have the gold. They do not have the damage. G2 are now getting run down. Canyon looking unstoppable. How about a little bit of Arden? How about a little bit of Athenes? And how about a Dragon for ḍ Gaming? G2 just forced out of the pit.
The Graves ultimate was massive damage across multiple members of G2.
Case, do they know he's in the bush? Caps
no,
there.
No.
They dash aside. He steals away the Krugs. He just lost an entire wave to steal those Krugs. He's now locked up, he's now stunned. He can go into the Shroud, he can try to buy a bit more time, but the second he shows, the ult will come out and Caps will go down. Push R to find a kill.
Each other so well, and this is the final evolution form of ḍ, from incredibly talented, mechanical, individual players to such a holistic, clean, and disciplined team. They are running circles when they get leads around G2.
Absolutely are. 2K advantage right now, looking to grow here as the Herald charges in for G2, holding on as much as they can. It's a very difficult game to play out.
Right in front of the pit.
This is big. This could be the final fight. Lulu's there to support the team.
Here comes Sion.
Health bar staying relatively high. Stun is going to miss. Caps off to the side. Now they're getting the setup. That's the curtain call, but who is it going to be? Curtains 4. Wonder getting into the midst of the entire team. Beryl taken down, and G2 holding on for now. They can look to push in mid lane. They can look to get something off the back of this. ḍ Gaming get a little aggressive, and G2 are there to punish.
Yeah, inside track for mid lane, however. We'll see if ḍ look for the re-engage. They still have big key ultimates like the Ashe ultimate as well as Syndra.
Decimating Smash Dash massive. They've hit Jankos. Jankos, can he hit the ult in time? Should be certain. Perkz now leaping forward onto Ghost, though, trying to finish the job. Perkz gets this one. It is the 1-for-1 trade. Caps now looking for the cleanup. This is big. Showmaker's incredibly low. Caps wants to close this one out with style. Flashing through, finishing off NGЯY. Polymorph, but too little too late. Now getting the passive procs as well. That's going to be shield. This is massive. G2, I can't believe it. It's a miracle skirmish. There is no way they should have won it, but they still managed to make it happen. But what else will they stay for? Showmaker not afraid. NGЯY taken down. G2 on the retreat. And they managed to get out alive. The gold now dead even.
And then the skirmish on the top side.
So good, and we have another fight on your screen, and Caps is just going to get one shot. That's very big. Barrel's now on the follow-up. Ignore the replay, because what's in the pip needs to be your focus. Set their sights on that one. Barrel, they're trying to turn it back. Jankos manages to get a kill. ḍ Gaming again, potentially overextending. Fourth shot, not enough. 570 damage, will not finish the job, and Ghost is able to walk away. G2 fighting with everything they have. Big arrow! Sidestep's not there. The hitbox is favorable. The collateral damage, body blocked by Wonder. The extra range, not enough on that one.
Look at Jankos. He's actually trying to get in position for the dragon to spawn so he can potentially look for a steal there. Damwon are just trying to hard force down teleport.
Can't come back to the fight full health. Perks backing away. Looks like he's going to try to use Legend to lifesteal here. Mickey has been caught out again. How many cooldowns are they going to burn? That's the shutdown into Mickey. That should be premier access to this.
Look at Caps behind them.
Mountain Soul. It has to be Mountain Soul. Jankos, can he get the steal? Can he get it?
Caps is waving the white flag. He's calling
2K.
the recall right now.
It has to be, but it's not going to happen. That's Mountain Soul for Damwon Gaming.
Finish the Infinity Edge, I would imagine.
Mickey finding the stun, though. Denying the recall from Showmaker. Immediately he's forced to use the E, though, before the fight really even starts. He's about to get one tapped here, but Wonder going to try to body block as best he can for his support. The ulti's going to go wide from the Graves. Caps off to the side. Is forced to burn the ult to disengage, but Barrel now re-engaging onto the Scion. That's the front line for G2, but he's just getting absolutely shredded by Ghost. The Ashe damage is ridiculous. Wonder in zombie mode. Tries to get some damage back, but Scatter the Weak stops him from getting anything else. Mickey on the retreat. Canyon running forward. Good damage in response from G2, but not nearly enough. Caps in the backline. Caps trying so hard to make the play, but Nagari will not let it happen. Lamb's
Soul, and now looking at Elder in 2 minutes and 46 seconds. The gold lead is close, but Damwon feels so in control. Ghost has gotten his back in, so Bork, Hurricane, Edge, Baron. He is very wealthy. However, and it does make sense this time around because they do have a Lulu as opposed to something like a Fiora.
Good arrow.
Maybe chasing past this, but they group up a lot as 5 on their Baron instead of applying multiple waves.
Wow. Grouping up on the Baron, but they have the Lulu as well to empower this push, and you can see how much damage Ghost does. Wonder slowly but surely getting chipped away out. No ultimate to speak of, only level 15, does not have max rank and the lowest cooldown possible on that ultimate, so cannot re-engage a fight here. Instead, Damwon Gaming just going to settle for this bot lane tower. Looks like they'll grab the inhibitor as well, and it's just a steady, controlled push from Damwon. They are an absolute juggernaut. Once they stop moving, it feels like they just cannot be stopped.
Now, Showmaker does have TP. He's going to TP back in, but Caps is behind them, but he may be too late.
Big ulti coming in, Redemption to heal the front line back up. Lambs are spiking to offer them a little bit of extra healing as well. Wonder doing what he can, mostly just about clearing the waves right now. G2 shouldn't feel too comfortable in this 5v5. Caps
just needs to cut the wave. Needs to cut the wave and now run.
Yeah, he should be fine to run. But you can see the level of desperation coming through at this point for G2. This is really the only play that they have.
Yeah, and Damwon, super patient. Just shove in, don't overreach right there, don't give G2 an opening. The Elder has now spawned. They're setting up their own trap. Looks like they're going to catch G2.
Looking out, Barrel trying to find a priority target to stun. Perks for now untouched. The rest of the team now leaping out. Caps trying to jump back in, but how much damage can he actually get done on the backside of this team fight? One getting taken down. That's Mickey out of the fight. Wonder stepping forward. Caps in the middle of everybody. Curtain call, but who's actually going to go down? Caps running for the hills. Shuriken flip takes him out to safety, but the flash in, the point blank shot from Canyon to finish the job. The polymorph as well. Wonder going to get taken down. It is Elder or the game for Damwon Gaming. They can choose what they want to do. Wonder trying to get just a bit of damage back is going to hurt Canyon, but not nearly enough. Perks trying to finish off Ghost, but the shield is there. Damwon Gaming simply refused to die. They will not lose a single member in that exchange, and now they're moving in to close it out. Now they're moving in to take it up to match point.
Got the minion wave behind them, got the massive numbers advantage. It is Perks and Jankos versus the world, but Damwon know that they have the game in their back pocket. They flash the FPX, they don't care, and they are now trying to hit the Nexus.
G2 on the cusp of elimination as Damwon Gaming are going to take their time on this finish. One more death for Mickey X, 3-9-4 as Damwon Gaming move to match point, 2-1 up against G2 in the semifinals.
Scaling, and you can block any of the ultimates that are so powerful on the red side. Braum is wonderful here.
I'm hearing a lot of positive things about Damwon's draft with the Nautilus now getting picked up from Mickey.
Now Damwon Gaming certainly have priority across both bot and mid lane, so Jankos has to be careful here. Still going to go for the fight anyway, proccing the phase rush, reloading the gun, but is forced away. Caps now potentially in trouble, just going to get first blooded in mid lane. Yanko's going to take a bit of damage as well, but now Ghost is getting traded in onto the bottom side. We're going to have to take a look at that one again in a moment, but in the meantime, G2 getting bullied out of lane. Caps just getting absolutely destroyed in the individual 1v1. Damwon off to a fantastic start.
Yeah, I think Caps was trying to lock down Showmaker to make sure that Showmaker couldn't come to Canyon's rescue, or at least help him out in the 2v2, but like you said, he's got flash up, and he just straight up died. Now TP's back in, is trying to pull the wave to get the wave, I guess, in a better position. It should focus fire and slowly push back into him. But what a disaster, is now Wonder's in trouble.
Has to be careful. That's going to be the knockup as well, but no one's taken tower aggro quite yet. Gold card can go in, but Wonder unstoppable. Has already used the Searing Charge. Big Haymaker. Showmaker taking the tower. One more auto to do it. Can they get it? Nagari is going to get one more tower shot. They win here. They're the first LCK team in 3 years to make it to a Worlds Final. 2018, not the case. 2019, LEC versus LPL one more time. This time around, it could be a different story, but now that could change. Caps pushing in. He's already level 7. The shield coming in for Mickey, but it might be too little too late. Ghost just going to grab another kill, and there's nothing left for G2 in the river. A setup just across the map to make these really big plays.
So you can see that Wonder and Jankos are just trying to use the ultimate.
Dunk back down. Haymaker still up and available.
Here comes Braum.
Waiting for the biggest one possible. Good damage coming in. That's the knuckle down. 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack. Looking for 4. That's the Halo Blades, baby. Just so fast. Barrel gonna get it. Caps though now coming in. This is going to be big, but Nagari waiting off to the side. Canyon now can step forward. They're not willing to concede anything here on the top side. Dalmon Gaming, like a surgical knife, just so precise. And definitely not where G2 want to be. Mickey and Perks, though, caught out here. The immediate setup, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the stacks. Instead, they're focusing on Perks, but that's Showmaker over the wall. That's the stun card. Perks does not have the damage that he needs. Caitlyn coming in with the ult just to finish the job. Mickey running for the hills, but I think they can keep this fight going. That's going to be the stolen ult taken back. Canyon, Lamb's respite, buys himself a bit of time. Yanko's now on the retreat. Showmaker stepping forward with that gold card. All of G2 has to leave, but now it is a 4K gold lead. Now it is Dalmon Gaming winning literally everywhere on the map.
Now, G2 looking to maybe skirmish and get something back into the mid lane, but nope, white flag comes out, they pull the backs. That's now Ghost getting every...
When it matters most, are falling flat here in match point.
So now the handshake across map as G2 commit everything towards the top side with their Herald, even pulling Caps' teleport here to try to force this one down. It does mean access into the mid lane for Dom1. You can see Caitlyn is already hitting that, and we'll see if Perks and Mickey get something back.
Oh, Snare connects. Caught out under the tower. Barrel tanking for as long as humanly possible to try to keep him alive. Ghost's gonna flash into safety, and he manages to make it out. Big ult! Does not connect. Oh, Dalmon Gaming. G2 surely thought they had the shutdown there, but they do manage to make it out to safety. Now it's Nagari over the wall to kill Jankos as well. And it just goes from bad to worse. G2 holding on to hope, most certainly, but this is dire, dire straits.
Barrel is a goddamn hero. Just give him the MVP already.
Barrel is out of control for us. You're completely right. This is clean dive. Well played. And this is, again, G2 going to try to fish for what they can, but gold card, Mickey waiting as long as he can so he can input buffer the hook. Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stun there. Forced to ult back behind him, but still they're going to push forward for the kill. The Q going through, but will not connect. Caps off to the side. This could be big. Not a lot of great ultimates to steal, though.
I think a minion just saved Mickey's life right there. I think it caught Barrel's Q. I'd have to see the replay of it as here comes Caps. The desperation flank.
Decent ulti across, but they're going to grab the plate anyway.
G2 are going to have to throw everything. They need something crazy. They need like a ridiculous flank.
Again, G2 are the team that always seem to pull it off when it matters most. That always seem to find those big miracle moments, even in the midst.
And I thought that G2 might give this one away, but it looks like they're setting up to try to fight for it. There's the pick.
Already the ulti has been used, or the E rather, from Braum's coming in, so now they can throw it back with a good ultimate. That's a good kickoff to the fight. G2 though backing off. They have to be happy with a single pit. Nagari running forward. Flash is up.
Setting themselves up for this soul. It'll be, what, 22 minutes? 22-minute 30 for possibly this inner mid tower.
There's a lot of questions coming into this series. Dalmon Gaming, they proved themselves in groups. We'll hold that thought because Wonder now in trouble, pulled back and taken down. That's going to be one tower. Dalmon Gaming could look to force a second one here. The delayed snare now coming out. Caps off to the side, but that's going to be the next tower. Leaping forward. Yanko's taken out. Caps off to the side, but the team can just turn and collapse. Mickey and Perks in no position to contest. Caps will just blast cone out to safety, but they're just going to break the inhibitor. It's 18 minutes into the game in a match point. Dalmon Gaming are obliterating G2.
They are giving them the Coup Tigers special, the Rock special, the Longzhu special. They are destroying them.
G2
they're going to end the game.
Getting taken out. 18 minutes and 30 seconds, and this is not the way that Europe expected it to go. The greatest team Europe has ever produced falling flat here in Game 4. Dalmon Gaming look ready to end, but can Wonder and Caps hold on? It's the double kill for Nagari. They're pushing forward. Caps holding on for dear life. Jankos wants to hold on. The health bars are low. The shutdowns can come through. Maybe, just maybe. G2 trying to hold on to hope. Dalmon Gaming, though, set their sights on the Nexus. Dalmon Gaming set their sights on the final. They look to G2. They take their time with it, but they sweep aside the LEC, and for the first time in 3 years,
World Championship final. We're on match point, so we wanted to look at a couple of things that have been the most influential in this series so far, and also in that third game. First up, in terms of picks and bans, the Leona, again, or I should say the support choices, again, were very important.
I think the key thing here is just, I was very, very shocked that Leona wasn't fourth picked. And then I was even more shocked that they didn't take it away. I thought the reason they didn't ban it is because they're afraid of Leona ban coming in and then you give the enemy a Pantheon. But I was hoping that, you know, they give the Pantheon, pick a Gragas maybe. We've seen now that Leona is way too powerful. It just adds too much to the mix, very easy to engage. It is a champion that has very little flaws in the current meta, honestly.
I also think that what we're seeing is how junglers use pressure, right? And something that we praised Canyon for at the very beginning of the day was that he knows how to play around his lanes extremely well. And what do they have? Winning top lane, winning mid lane, and a bot lane that was getting free kills thanks to Senor Mickey. So I think that what we're seeing a lot of is when you give Canyon the freedom to do these things, look at how powerful they got, like 0 marks for the Kindred that game. And I think that it kind of ties back into what we're talking about in the draft, where like lane priority is important. Ego picks like Fiora, like Akali, while seem exciting and promising at first, actually in the grand scope of your ability to generate pressure early, can be very detrimental.
Now let's talk a bit about the Akali. It came out on 3 for the side of G2 Esports. Immediately you think, okay, you know things can be crafted against it. And then we saw Damwon just immediately reacting and saying, fine, you play your Akali, we'll pick the Lulu, we'll have the shields, we'll make sure that you can't do anything in this game. And the question is, you kind of have to foresee that if you pick the Akali, right?
They've shown the Lulu in the past as well. I think just the theme of Akali and Kindred don't really match together. I think what Damwon showed when Pioshik picked his Kindred, they just picked a composition with full range. In this case, they have the Lulu, the Syndra, the Graves, the Ashe. They can easily kite, and they just have the Leona for the counter engage. I think the Lulu pick was super smart. The fact that they are banning Renekton here also showcases a little bit of a weakness because they don't want to pick it, but they're too afraid to play against it too.
Exactly, and we're seeing some things come out here from both sides. And as said, in the beginning and in game 1, if you give Damwon a lead, they're gonna run away with it if they can. It was, in that regard, even a bit slower than I thought it would go because G2 did try to make something happen, but they constantly got countered by Damwon.
I mean, we've seen this a few times now where it's like the fight over the Drake, and in this narrow choke point, G2 thought they had a good opportunity, but it just goes to show how powerful this duo of, well, and specifically the Lulu as a counter to that backline threat, but also how the front line of this Leona is just so versatile. She can act to face check objectives, she can soak up a huge amount of damage, and most importantly, I think that it is a huge comfort pick for Beryl, where he's consistently having great performances on it. So, moving into the draft in Game 4, I think it's really important that G2 reevaluate where their priorities are, and they look to get a little bit more priority in their solo lanes.
Yeah, G2 selected red side now. Of course, the losing side gets to pick for the next one. That puts them back there with the opportunity to counterpick as well. But what do we want to see here from G2 first off to bring it back, and then from Damwon to close it out?
It's so tough to say because I feel like already Damwon has shown more depth. I think if Damwon run it back from the blue side and they make sure, because the Ornn is open. The Ornn is open. They're only banning it on red. Maybe they run the Graves and the Ornn. I think in that game that they lost, running Graves together with Fiora, Sylas, this is what made the game so difficult. I think if they have a draft revolving around the Graves once again, then G2 really need to show something new to us.
And I love the adaptation that Damwon also made when we saw things like the Syndra come out instead of the Twisted Fate. The question was, is the TF going to be first picked? Where is it going to be responded? And then it's not picked at all. So clearly Showmaker saying, you know what, the priority on this Sylas Twisted Fate matchup, it's not working in our favor. We just want to get rid of it. Let's instead just pick a power pick, safe blind in the form of Syndra. And I think this guarantees mid-pro to allow them then to play through Canyon.
For the side of G2, it's also, I never want to take anything away from the winning side, but it's also, they're feeling the pressure, and that's why they're making so many plays, which when you look at them think, why are you even trying to make this play because you're at a disadvantage? But it seems like they're under the pressure of Damwon, and Damwon now has the momentum going into the next game. Let's talk a bit about stakes here. This is the final huzzah for G2. If they lose this game, they're out of the World Championship and everything they've worked for this year. On the side of Damwon, this is kind of the culmination of what they've been looking at ever since they got knocked out last year by G2 in those quarterfinals.
Now, we've read all of those interviews. We saw the statement from Showmaker too. They've been charging and kind of, you know, really powering up for this best of 5. They looked forward to it. The faiths aligned, and there they have the matchup in the semifinals. The day is going exactly like Damwon wanted to go, but G2 We've seen them fall. We've seen them stumble. When their backs are against the wall, they show a different form. Now is the time to do it.
Is it enough, Vedi?
Well, I mean, I believed in their experience, and as Perks would often say, 2-1 is his comfort zone. So we'll have to wait and see if that comfort zone shines through today.
Not getting a lot of confidence there, but we'll talk more after the break and get into picks and bans on the desk. And Damwon, they are just one win away from the World's Final as we return for Match Point in just a few minutes.